Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee and Crypto Podcast. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome. It is Monday. We are going to be doing some technical analysis on the top 5 cryptocurrencies today, and we are also going to be talking about Ethereum's #1 competitor, that being Cardano. Guys, if you remember on Friday, we made some price predictions about Cardano. I am joined here today by my 2 co-hosts, Tim.
What's up, everybody?
Non-crypto Tim, and I'm also joined by our writer-researcher, Smee the Tree.
I'm here.
With a camera!
Smee is finally on camera. He's on camera. Let's go, guys.
It's horrible. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah,
we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. You guys know this show is known for technical difficulties, but that's okay. We have some great content coming up. If you enjoy today's live stream, make sure to subscribe to the channel and consider hitting that like button. We have something special coming up at 500 likes. Before we get into the show, we have to go over our price predictions that we made for Cardano on Friday. What were our price predictions? Mine was $1 flat. I said that Cardano was going to be trading at $1 today. Right around now, it is trading at $1.12. Tim, what was your price prediction?
I went with the people. First of all, I want that to be. I would rather die with the people.
He's a populist
than die alone. So I went with $1.32.
Yeah, no.
So I was wrong.
Didn't happen.
And I officially won, guys. It is my prediction was $1.20, and I got the closest with $1.12.
It is sitting at $1.12, just below $1.13 right now. So Smee has won. We have no idea what we're going to give Smee. We got to figure out a reward.
I think we decided that due to the fact that he was a no-coiner and was probably needing to be fired, we're going to give him a 45-day extension.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's
We'll
a
talk
pretty good reward.
more about this prize. I'm not too happy with this.
Yeah, no, we decided that we're going to take him off probation. We're going to let him stick around. That's his prize.
I got unfired, guys. So
he got unfired. We took the pink slip and we took it back. Yeah.
And I'm not a no-coiner anymore, guys. Come on.
You're not a no-coiner anymore. Tell us a little bit about that, Smee. Just 30-second soundbite.
30 seconds. I bought.
That was like 3 seconds. That works. I mean, hey, that's something. That's something right there, guys. We're gonna jump into some technical analysis. Before we do, I just want to give a little bit of time for everybody to join on in, so that everybody gets access to the technical analysis. What we're going to be doing here in a little while is we're going to be doing something that we here at the channel call 2-minute technicals. I'm going to be showing you as much as I possibly can about the top 5 cryptocurrencies in under 2 minutes per chart. We're gonna go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, then we're gonna jump down to Binance Coin, skipping US dollar Tether because obviously Tether has a $1,000 price prediction standing on the channel that I made on April 1st, 2 years ago. Still hadn't happened, but oh well. We're also going to be moving on and touching on Polkadot. We're going to be skipping Cardano because we're going to be talking about Cardano in this stream. So stay tuned for that. We're going to give it a couple of minutes, let some people join on up. Right now is a great time to ask any questions, put anything on the floor that you guys would like to see discussed. Open table time right now. Throw it ass in the comment section. Have you guys seen anything crazy that we should discuss so far? We're going to get started here in a couple of minutes.
Apparently somebody's claiming by the Price is Right rules that I lost.
How did he lose by the Price is Right rules?
I don't know. I think
Well, the way the Price is Right works is that if you go, if your guess is over, then you're automatically eliminated. So literally, if you were 1 cent over, you lose.
So what you're saying...
No,
Why not?
We clearly said
we made
in
the
the video.
rules, yeah.
I thought we said we were going
the closest. Because remember, we had the debate between if the number was 126 between me and Smee, who would win, and we gave me the edge because of his probation.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought we said we were going by the Price is Right rules.
We were going by
right?
the closest number, not Price is Right rules.
Okay, whatever. I didn't know that was the Price is Right rules anyway. I was just trying to make something up to get a prize.
To sneak in a
I'm trying to sneak in a win because my prediction didn't come true. Absolutely.
I definitely won, guys.
Somebody said we should call the show Technical Difficulties, and that's a great name for the show.
Yeah.
That's roasted.
We could be #1.
Someone said favorite weed strain? None. I do not like marijuana. That's going to make us all kinds of unpopular in cryptocurrency. There's so many stoners.
I don't have a comment on that.
No,
y'all got no comment?
When they call me Smee the Tree, that's not what they mean, okay? So.
Hey, all I know is that Zach is definitely not high because his name is definitely not high, Zach. Guys, we're going to give it about another minute here, and then we're going to jump straight on into 2-minute technicals.
I got a good one, Jeb.
You got a good one? Let's go. What is it?
I think this will be a good, entertaining answer from you.
All right.
Somebody asked, would you guys say it's worth putting anything into XRP as a speculative investment pending on this the SEC case?
Yeah, so there's a really good reason to invest in XRP. So let's say that you've got all this money and you don't know what to do with it, and you actually want to live a more humble life. And you've decided that you hate money. That would be a good time to invest in XRP. Is if you just decided money is not your favorite thing in the world, you just hate it, you want to get rid of it, XRP is a great thing to invest in. What do you think, Tim?
is better than Dogecoin. So
Is it though? That's the thing. I'm not even sure if it is.
You know, like Emperor Palpatine says in episode 3, in order to be a master, you have to have a broader view of the Force, not just the dogmatic view of the gem. So what I will say is, I'm open to these coins. Who knows? They could be great projects. You guys just have to, hold in there. If you like XRP, then whatever, do what you want to do. I mean, if you like it, go for it. I'm not gonna poop on your parade.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and jump into some 2-minute technicals on Bitcoin. I'm gonna go ahead and read over my notes really quickly here, make sure I have everything downloaded in my brain. Bing, bang, boom. Let's do it, guys. I'm gonna switch over to the Bitcoin chart, and we are going to get started. Drop a 1 in the chat if you were excited for some Bitcoin technical analysis. I have a little bit of a trade setup for you guys coming up here in a second. Make sure if you haven't already to go and grab some coffee. You're going to need it because we have a lot to cover in today's stream. Give us a 7 in chat if you've got coffee, 6 if you don't. If you were putting a 6 in chat, you're a heathen and you need to go get coffee, especially not tea. Tea is not okay. Anyway, guys. We're going to be doing some 2-minute technicals on Bitcoin. The very first thing we need to talk about on Bitcoin here is down on the hourly chart. Bitcoin is currently sitting in a consolidation pattern. We can see that based on these two highs right here and right here. This downtrending level of resistance is helping to define Bitcoin's movement at the moment. We also see that Bitcoin is sitting above an uptrending level of support with support levels right here, 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 and here. This means that Bitcoin is in a symmetrical triangle pattern, and this symmetrical triangle pattern is likely to have a major breakout in the next couple of days. You can see that if we were to break bullish, that would be an entry position for a long trade. If we were to break bearish, that would be an entry position for a short trade. I can go ahead and show you what that looks like right here. A potential entry position on Bitcoin would be around $52,000, and a potential entry position for a short trade would be around $49,000. Would I encourage you to enter one of these trades without actually looking at the rest of the technical analysis? Absolutely not. Please go and do your own TA before you make a trade, but I would encourage you to look for a trade somewhere in those regions. The next thing I want to talk about is actually the RSI and the MACD. You can see the MACD is converging bullish on itself. The last 7 days, the last 8 days, we have seen a lot of bullish convergence on MACD. That is a good sign. If we are to see a bullish MACD cross on Bitcoin, we are likely to see a new uptrend, and we would be expected to go to around $58,000 because that's our current all-time high figure. RSI is sitting healthy around 57, which is good and indicates that we could move further to the upside, but unfortunately, guys, right now, volume is extremely low. There's almost no volume coming up on the chart, and if we look up Google Trends, because I need to show you guys that. I forgot to bring it up. Let's go ahead and do this. Volume, as we can see, is very low, but search interest on Bitcoin is still very high. That's an interesting predicament we're in right now. It means that we're seeing low volume, which means we have an anemic rally, but since since search volume is still high, those two things are a little bit at odds. We're also still sitting just above the 20 daily exponential moving average, so let's go to full screen and wrap all this up into some actual analysis. Bitcoin is about to have a bullish cross on MACD. Volume's low, but that makes sense because we're in a symmetrical triangle pattern. Search interest on Bitcoin is still high over on Google Trends, which indicates that that underlying foundation of the chart, which is the number of retail investors in the space, is high. RSI has room to run. We might be a little bit bearish on the short term because of that lack of volume, but remember, guys, when you're in a triangle pattern, you expect to see low volume, so it actually makes sense. I would be looking for a major breakout on Bitcoin in the next 2 to 3 days. If that happens and volume comes in, that is a potential trade opportunity. I think that was under 2 minutes.
I'm going to time you for this next one.
Please time me. I'm
going to time you.
Was that under 2 minutes?
I didn't time you this first time, but I'm going to time you the second time.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to fiddle with the light, so.
He was screwing with the light. Yeah, he was messing with the lighting. I think that was 2 minutes. I'm going to open the floor for any questions on that for just a second, and then we're going to move on to Ethereum. And tell me in the chat if you like this new format of 2-minute technicals at the beginning of the live streams. You guys want a ton of technical analysis, and that is what we are here to provide. So let me know in the comments. Any good questions, any good chat messages, guys?
Somebody's saying, like, isn't it time to stop with the Ethereum killer language? They will both coexist just fine.
Yeah, so what we're talking about here is we're not, I want to make it clear. We are investors in Ethereum, and we are investors in Cardano. The reason we put that in the title is because a lot of people believe that Cardano is going to be an Ethereum killer.
Yeah.
We don't think that's going to happen.
No.
We put that in the title to attract the people that think that so that we can educate them. We put that in the title so that we can talk to the people that actually do believe like that, so that we can give them the information that they need to make an informed conclusion. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing would be, if Ethereum died, if it was killed, there's a couple things that would be the cause of Ethereum dying that Cardano would answer.
Yes.
So not saying that necessarily Ethereum would die. And the truth is, like he said, like I told you guys in the last video, the 2 coins I'm investing in at the moment are Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, if Ethereum dies, there are reasons why it would die that Cardano would not die because they actually fixed those.
Absolutely. And guys, we're going to be getting back to that point he just made in a minute. We have a ton of notes that we're going to go over and discuss later on in the video. But for now, let's go ahead and move on to some 2-minute technicals on Ethereum. I know you guys are pumped, so tell me in the chat what you would like to see later on in this stream, and we are going to get started. Going to take a quick peek at my notes. Good deal. Let's do it, guys. Jumping on over to the chart.
Tell me when to start the clock.
You can start it right now. Guys, Ethereum is in a rising wedge. Let's go ahead down to the hourly chart and I will show you that. You can see that Ethereum is in a rising wedge as constituted by this uptrending level of resistance right here and this uptrending level of support right here. Rising wedges such as these typically break to the downside. Anyone who's in CT2A and has gone through this video down here called wedges and pennants will know that these kind of patterns have a 70% likelihood of breaking to the downside. However, we need to pay attention to the rest of our technicals to see what that might look like. We also see that there is a strong downtrending level of support right here on Ethereum with a touch right here, a touch right here, and a touch right here. If Ethereum were to break to the downside, we would likely pull back to a support level around $1,600.25. Excuse me, $1,625. If Ethereum were to do that, we would also see some reactions from the chart insofar as the 20 daily EMA. You can see the 20 daily exponential moving average, that's this moving average right here, is sitting exactly on this downtrending level of support. So if Ethereum were to pull back and break bearish out of this wedge, we would find support at $1,625. However, there is something countering that. We see that MACD on Ethereum is currently breaking bullish, and this might indicate that contrary to what statistics would tell us, Ethereum is not going to break bearish out of the wedge, but instead is going to break bullish out of the wedge. Here are the 2 scenarios I see in my mind. Down on the hourly chart, we're either going to see Ethereum break to the downside, pull back and test this downtrending level of support and bounce and rally in accordance with that bullish MACD cross, or we're just going to straight up break to the upside. Either way, guys, there is a trade setup. There is a trade opportunity. There's a potential long trade with an entry around 1780, and there is a potential short trade with a movement right here around 1690 with a target down around 1620. I'll leave this up on screen just for a second. The price target up here would, of course, be all-time high at 1800. Those are 2 potential trade setups, and that is the technical analysis backing it. Time, what was that?
154.
154. Let's go.
Great job.
Man, that was close. Awesome. We did some technical analysis. We gave you some trade setups all in under 2 minutes. Give us a heart in chat if you were enjoying that, and tell us if you would like to see more 2-minute technicals, guys. Let's open the floor for discussion here for a second, and we will continue. What's up?
First of all, I think, we've already had a couple comments. This new, let us know, put a 1 in chat if you guys love this 2-minute technical analysis, because I've already seen some comments saying they love it.
Yep.
We also have had some comments, talking about Ethereum. We've also had some comments kind of hating on the idea that this thumbnail was just clickbait. And we just talked about it a second ago.
Yeah.
But I just want, at the end of the day, this show is about helping you guys read the technicals, but also giving an opinion. So on the opinion of that, I just want to say, you guys can disagree with me. I disagree that thumbnail was clickbait. I don't think that we didn't say it's going to die. We're saying, like, if it dies, this is what's going to happen. Also, we didn't give a timeline on it. Like, Ethereum could very well die. Like, that could happen. Like, anything could happen.
Yep.
And we're just saying, hey, man, if this happens...
Yeah, so guys, it's important to realize what we're talking about here is that we want to make sure that we're attracting the kind of people that we want to convince. It is our job here at the Crypto Jeb YouTube channel to help educate you guys on the space. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people that think that Cardano is going to kill and destroy Ethereum. We don't necessarily think that's going to happen. Like Tim said, anything is possible, and it is possible that some of the infrastructural foundational issues Ethereum is dealing with right now will be solved by Cardano. By the way, if you just joined the stream, we're going through our 2-minute technicals format. We're going to do some technical analysis on the top 5 altcoins, and then we're going to spend the rest of the stream talking about Cardano. That segment's going to start in about 10 minutes, but this stream is designed to talk to the people that think that Cardano is just going to absolutely annihilate Ethereum, because it's not necessarily that simple. We're going to talk about why Cardano solves a lot of the problems that Ethereum is dealing with right now, but we also understand that Ethereum is the top dog as far as decentralized applications are concerned, but we need to keep in mind that Cardano is Ethereum's biggest competitor. Any other questions?
Yeah, I had one that somebody asked, and I kind of answered it in the comments, but just to reiterate it. So somebody asked, are we ending the blank to bank format? We are not.
No.
We recorded a blank to bank video today.
There is blank to bank Cardano technical analysis coming out in about 3 hours. So no, we are going back to uploading 7 technical analysis videos a week. Make sure to subscribe for that. Thank you so much for asking, guys. I know we've dropped the ball on that a little bit recently, and by we I mean me. It's not them, it's me. So that is coming back. Don't worry about that, guys. Anything else before we move on to Polkadot?
That is.
I do think
Or Binance Coin, excuse me.
Give a very. I don't want to chase this rabbit too far.
Okay.
Very quick response. I think people would love to hear what you think about the stimulus checks coming out.
Yeah.
The stimulus checks are an issue because it is one of the things that the federal government is using to support its idea of printing tens of trillions of dollars. The U.S. dollar has lost so much valuation in the last 12 months because of all the stimulus. And by the way, I understand the need for the federal government to step in the economic situation that we are in right now. The economy would have totally collapsed if they didn't do that. However, we are going to be feeling the ramifications of that money printing for decades to come. And I guarantee you, 2 years from now, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about when your dollar feels a lot less valuable than it does today. Good question.
Yeah, last thing I'm going to say before I think we move on to our next 2-minute segment. Someone did say for foreigners or beginners, this 2-minute segment is too fast.
Yep.
I completely agree.
Yep.
Because I'm non-crypto Tim. It is fast.
Yep.
That being said, it does get everyone who knows what's happening, it gets them what they
Yep.
need to know.
Yep.
And then the rest of the show, we can actually talk about the details, the fundamentals, and help those beginners and foreigners. And we can slow down a little bit and break it down. But we definitely hear you guys. It is fast, but it actually is kind of meant to be fast.
Yes, it's meant to be fast just so that we can get this out of the way, and then we're going to go into a lot more detail, break it down on that 5th grade level that we've talked about before so that you guys fully understand it. Guys, I'm going to move really quickly here through Binance and Polkadot. I want to move on to the main point of this stream, which is Cardano. So let's go ahead and do that. Going to look at my notes really quickly, so I am ready.
Oh, we're not doing Polkadot?
We're starting with Binance Coin because it's higher, and then we're going to move on to Polkadot.
Oh, you're
Good.
Right, you're right.
Yes, let me get set up here. BNB
Give me the time. Let me know when.
Give me the time. We are starting right about now. Okay, guys, so Binance Coin has very strong fundamentals. I want to start with that. Binance Coin is the cryptocurrency that is backing the Binance exchange. Many of the trading pairs over on Binance are on Binance over US dollars, so when you're wondering, why did Binance just explode so quickly? It exploded so fast and rallied so quickly because of the fundamentals of the Binance exchange. It's one of the largest companies in the cryptocurrency space. The very first thing you're going to see on Binance over Tether US dollars is that we are currently sitting in a consolidation pattern with a downtrend, with an uptrending level of support right there and a downtrending level of resistance right here. This means that Binance is in one of those symmetrical triangle patterns that we talk about over here in the continuation patterns video in CT2A. These typically result in lower volatility and lower volume, and they result in breakouts. So let's see if that is occurring. Right now, we see volume is going down. We also see volatility is going down. So good. We are in a proper symmetrical triangle pattern, one that might follow the actual technicals, the technical likelihood of it breaking bullish. Let's look at the rest of the technicals first, though. We can see that MACD is bearish right now and has only been converging bullish on itself ever so slightly for the last 2 days. Doesn't look like we're going to have a cross on that anytime soon, as Binance is losing volatility, so it's likely going to continue that downtrend on MACD down to the flat level of around 0. RSI sitting around 60, which gives us room to run, and we also see that Binance Coin is sitting perfectly above the 20 daily EMA. We have 2 possibilities here. Going back down to the hourly chart, we can see that either Binance is going to break to the upside or Binance is going to break to the downside. Well, duh. But here's how we actually use that information. If Binance breaks to the upside with volume, you want to look for a large volume candlestick, we can see an entry position around $250 and then ride that up to price targets that you can find through your own technical analysis, but one of them might be $280 and another might be $310 based on these previous highs. You can also look for a short trade right here with an entry position around $210 to $215, again, depending on if you see a high volume breakout on Binance Coin. If that happens, look for a trade. Otherwise, guys, I would stay out of this market for the purposes of trading until we see a proper breakout time.
Yeah, as I say.
Was that 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2:01.
Oh, that was good. Come on, guys. Let's give a 1 in chat.
All right, 1.
All right, opening the floor for discussion. What do we think about Binance Coin? Any good questions in the comment section about that? Again, guys, if we are moving very quickly, it is because we're trying to get all the experience, people caught up to speed, give you guys the information you want. We're going to be slowing down a lot here in a second and discussing Cardano. Thank you so much for bearing with us.
Yeah, so somebody asked, let me see if I can find their comment. Well, I'll just kind of paraphrase it. They were asking about how, like, why is everyone calling Cardano the Ethereum killer when it really is Binance, in their opinion, that Binance has a, it's looking more bullish, I guess. So.
Right. So the thing about Binance is that Binance is not designed to do the same thing that Cardano or Ethereum does. Cardano and Ethereum are both what are known as decentralized application protocols. You don't need to know what that is for the purposes of the point I'm about to make, but you do need to understand that they both operate in a very similar space. They are direct competitors in the same way you might say an AMD and an NVIDIA are direct competitors, or an Apple and a Microsoft, or a Google and an Apple for the mobile ecosystem are direct competitors. Binance Coin does not aim for the exact same industry and the exact same market as Cardano and Ethereum does. So even though Binance is doing very well, it is not directly competing with those markets in the same way our channel here is not directly competing with a fitness channel, because we have two different audiences in two different industries. Good question, but they are just not direct competitors.
Yeah. All right.
Further questions?
Yeah, someone asked. They said, "Is Uniswap potentially the killer of Binance?"
I'm gonna let Snay answer that, because I think you know a little bit more.
Is Uniswap the killer of Binance or of Ethereum? Because I think that is the question. Is Uniswap the killer of Ethereum? I think a lot of people are really scared about the really high gas fees and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, everyone's really nervous about the gas fees and all that. And like I've seen several comments saying like Ethereum is the Ethereum killer, because if Ethereum doesn't fix this stuff, then Ethereum's probably not going to make it.
That's true.
So, I mean, hey, I'm sure they're going to get right on track and do everything they need to do. But I'd say, yeah, is that the question? Maybe. Uniswap might be something that gets people a little bit shaken up over Ethereum. So I get that take. It's an interesting take, but yeah.
Yep. Cool beans, guys. All right, let's move on to Polkadot technical analysis, and then we're going to move straight on into the main topic of today's live stream, which is Cardano. We're going to be discussing the fundamentals and why it is a challenger to Ethereum, and we're going to be discussing whether or not we here at the Crypto Jeb channel believe that Cardano is going to be overtaking Ethereum at some point in the future. But first, we have to start with some technical analysis on good old Dot. Start the timer right.
Wait a second, just a second.
We're waiting.
Just a second.
What's on?
We need to make sure. Okay, guys, there's like 657. I think it's just 650 somewhere there views with only 125 likes.
Ooh.
We need you guys to smash
Making
that
a good
like.
point. We need to make sure you guys smash the like button. And by the way, the like button really helps to drive people to watch this channel. And if you think we are providing value and you want more people to see what we're talking about, hit that like button so that more people will see the videos. It helps us out, and I'm very much appreciative when you do that, guys. I very much appreciate it. Anyway, are we good now?
Yep.
We're good now. Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
up.
do it. All right, give me 1 second. 3, 2, start. Boom. Guys, we are on Polkadot Tether USD. We are going to start down on the hourly chart because, we're going to start on the 4-hourly chart because I want to show you the trend lines that are important right now. We see a very important uptrending level of support on Polkadot right now, and if you guys need to pause the stream, please do. We have a support level right here, a support level right here, and here, and here, and all of these support levels in here. It's a pretty obvious uptrending level of support. We also have a downtrending level of support right here, and very similar to how Binance is in a longer-term consolidation pattern, you can see that we are in such a pattern right now on Polkadot. If we look out to the daily chart, you're also going to see, just like on Binance Coin, the volume is dropping and volatility is dropping off. That means that as we talk about in CT2A in this video right here on symmetrical triangle patterns and continuation patterns, Polkadot is in a consolidation pattern. That means that volume is dropping. That means that volatility is dropping. And that means that eventually that volatility and that volume is going to return. When it does, that's called a breakout. We're going to get to that in a second. Polkadot's RSI and MACD are interesting because we've been very bearish on MACD and there's no sign of recovery. RSI is sitting at a healthy level of around 56 and means that we do have the potential to break bullish. I also want to point out that this symmetrical triangle pattern exists during an uptrend, which means that statistically it's more likely to break upside than it is to break to the downside. We also find that Polkadot is sitting above support right here on the 20 daily exponential moving average, and that very well may help it move and break to the upside. What you're going to want to look for is Polkadot breaking this downtrending level of resistance, and if it does, you have the potential to enter a long trade right here above this level of resistance at $36.80 as defined by this high right here, and if you do so, then Polkadot breaking bullish might have a price target up here of around $42, and you'll of course want to have a conservative stop loss like this. Again, you can use a short position to make the exact opposite trade with an entry around $33, conservative stop loss, and a price target of $30 flat. Time.
151.
151. Okay.
Yeah, made up for it.
We are making up for it, guys. 2-minute technicals is in the bag. We're going to be moving on to Cardano now. Anyone who had any questions about the top 5 altcoins other than Cardano, I refer you to the first 20 minutes of this live stream because we've just done analysis on all of them. We're going to open the floor to a ton of different topics that we have on Cardano now. Before we get started, though, I want to throw it back to chat. Any questions you guys have about Cardano, anything you want to clarify, go ahead and do that. The theme of this stream is talking about why is Cardano so highly valued? Where did Cardano come from? How did it rise so quickly? And is it going to be a major rival to Ethereum moving into the future? Should we move our positions from Ethereum into Cardano? Should we move part of our positions from Ethereum into Cardano? How do these two projects stack up against each other, and what are the major differences? This is fundamental analysis, and it is very, very important. We're going to be discussing that for the rest of the stream. Again, any questions, please put them in chat, and we will get to them. This is an open discussion. We'll do some technical analysis on Cardano here again in a second, and we have Cardano technical analysis coming up in its own video later on today on the channel. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing.
Yeah, all right. So I have a question from Veggie Farm. He says, "Hey guys, I'm learning TA. Noticed the pullback in January was 24 days. So far, this one has been 14. Mean anything? Keep up the good work."
Great question. So what he's talking about is in January, Bitcoin rallied to, I believe it was $42,000. From there, it pulled back for 24 days, and then it bounced and began a new rally. He says that we've been in a correction for 14 days as opposed to 24 days like we were in January. Does that mean anything? What was his name?
Veggie Farm.
Veggie Farm, you were on the right track, my friend. What you were doing is you were looking at pattern analysis, and that's a very important part of technical analysis, is looking back on the past, saying, here's this pattern that showed up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. How does this predict what we're going to do next? Guys, this is a topic that we're going to talk about a little bit later on in the stream. And in fact, Tim, I'm going to throw it back to you here in just a second with this. We talked about how when you're just randomly with no understanding of the market trading in cryptocurrencies, it's like the lottery. But when you understand technical analysis, it's like counting cards. Tim, do you want to explain on that to kind of show what he's talking about?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a big thing, and I want to make sure I don't go too long, so I'm actually starting a timer in this. I want to make sure I don't go crazy. We were talking about this morning at our table.
And this is going to tie back into what we're talking about on Cardano, guys.
Yes. So the thing about technical analysis is that it's like the same thing as like counting cards if you go to Vegas.
Yep.
It's not a guarantee that you'll ace it. It's just upping your ability to be right and to actually make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I want to comment on here, a lot of times people comment in this section and they have attached themselves to coins. Mm-hmm. They've attached themselves and there's like, I'm staking myself to this coin.
Yep.
I want to say non-crypto Tim information here, non-crypto Tim advice.
Yep.
Do not attach yourself to a coin's success or failure.
Mm-hmm.
Attach yourself to being wise and being where the market wants you to be.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing. Fundamental analysis is going to tell us a lot about what we really should be doing. Mm-hmm. Technical analysis helps us break it down and add our value to where we should be. Add to our mind of where we should be. So for example, in sports, this was actually a massive thing in baseball when what's that movie called? The movie that came out where they actually started looking at the analytics and it helped the baseball players.
Right.
But you still want to look at good players. You still want to choose good athletes in sports, right?
Yep.
However, they realized that, hey, if you start looking at the analytics, these players are getting on base this often. These players are hitting strikeouts this often. Yep. And then you start doing the math. Mm-hmm. That's not necessary. They didn't win the World Series the first year they did it. However,
it increases their likelihood.
The same thing with technical analysis and the same thing. Don't attach yourself to a coin.
Yep.
Attach yourself to a mindset. And using the fundamentals and the technical analysis, the same way if you go to Vegas, don't attach yourself to one strategy.
Yep.
Start playing the numbers in your mind. What is happening? Mm-hmm. And that's that's what people need to be very, very wise in addressing, and not just trying to attach their feelings to something.
Exactly. And guys, this is actually what we talk about in a video over in CT2A. It's called A Game of Statistics and Probabilities. And the reason CT2A is so valuable for everybody who's not in it, drop a 1 if you're in CT2A and are loving it. That's the academy that we provide. Use coupon code SMETHETREE for $75 off at checkout. That's in the description. We talk about that video over in there called A Game of Statistics and Probabilities, where I try and drill into your mind. Technical analysis is not about certainties. It's about statistics. When you're counting, when you're at a blackjack table in Vegas, there's a 49% chance you're going to win. You're probably going to win. You're probably going to win some of the time. If you play 1,000 games of blackjack, you're going to lose money. The reason is because the game is set up to favor the house. That's why casinos make hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. However, if you're in Vegas gambling and you're playing the kind of game where you can card count, and you switch that odd to where the house isn't making a 51% average of return, you're making a 51% average of return over the course of 10,000 games, you've just made 100 wins that you would have been 100 losses. So think about that. 51%, that's 5,100 wins that you made money on over the course of 10,000 games, rather than 4,900 wins over the course of 10,000 games. That little bit of difference, averaged out over the course of thousands of games, or in this case trades, is how you make your money. It's not about making all of your money on one big trade. It's not about playing the lottery. It is instead about flipping the odds ever so slightly in your favor. So even if technical analysis is only 51% accurate, it is worthwhile and is incredibly important. By the way, technical analysis is not 51% accurate. It's probably sitting somewhere around 60 to 75% accurate if you're very good at it. By mastering technical analysis, you will be able to put the odds in your favor, may they forever be in your favor, so that you can profit in cryptocurrency trades, not by one or two trades, but over the course of hundreds of trades, you will gradually make money. You'll make money, you'll lose money. You'll make money, you'll make money, you'll lose money. But in general, you're going to make more money than you lose, and that's why it's so important to understand how to read the charts. That's why you guys come to us for technical analysis.
Yeah, we also talked about it this morning, how a lot of people trade, like even in the stock market, a lot of people trade off the fundamentals. The best trade off of both fundamentals and technical analysis.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely, guys. That's why technical analysis is so important, and that's why I teach you how to do technical analysis in CT2A. If you're interested in signing up, the link's in the description box down below. We have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee. You can pay in Bitcoin if you'd like. We have thousands of students who have gone through it. All the ones you just saw in chat are our alumni who have gone through the academy, and they're getting a lot of great value out of it. We're going to move on here, and we're going to talk about Cardano. I want to go over the fundamentals a little bit on Cardano, then we're going to jump on into some technical analysis. The very first thing I want to talk about on Cardano is I want to discuss and open the table for you guys and for you guys in the comments section about why Cardano was created. Cardano was created and founded in 2015, just a little while after Ethereum was, by one of the co-founders of Ethereum called Charles Hoskinson. I think I'm saying his name right. I may have just butchered that.
Something close to that.
Something like that. He's somebody we're actually trying to have on the stream, so I should probably figure out how to actually say his name.
True.
Cardano was made to upgrade Ethereum. Cardano was designed to help to fix some of the systemic flaws that Ethereum has. You guys have looked at Ethereum gas fees. You guys have looked at the Ethereum block times. You've looked at the proof of work / proof of stake issues. There's a lot of things down deep in the fundamentals that we're going to start to get into in this stream that Ethereum is struggling with that Cardano helps to resolve. That's the basis of what we're discussing here, is why you should look at Cardano over Ethereum, and is Cardano really a major competitor to Ethereum? That's what we're discussing here. The number one thing, actually the number two things that I see that Cardano seems to do better than Ethereum is decentralized applications and the fundamentals around that, and energy efficiency. We've talked about, and we're going to talk about more here on the stream, the energy efficiency of Cardano versus Ethereum. And as you said earlier, Tim, I'll let you say it best. Even if you don't believe in global warming, a lot of people do, and it's something you need to pay attention to. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, what I was going to say with what I was saying earlier with that one in our roundtable. So here, this is it. What Jeb was just talking about. The reason it was made was actually the founder of one of the founders of Ethereum not liking Ethereum's project and the way it takes so much energy to run. He said, how can we make this better, right? Right now, I don't care where you stand on the global warming issue. I don't care if you believe it's 100% true or 100% false, or if you're somewhere in the middle. No one can argue that the future of our world is going towards being very aware of what is happening with global warming, right? When companies do well, it doesn't matter what the CEO thinks personally. He cares about what the people that he's going to sell his product to think about. So he's going to be very mindful of that. Cardano is so much more efficient energy-wise, and it's not just a currency like Bitcoin.
Yep.
It's also a project. It's actually, it has actual substance to it that can be utilized. So we were talking about this morning, if you've seen the movie, and thank you for reminding me, guys, the movie that I was talking about earlier is Moneyball.
Moneyball.
But
that's it.
The movie Ready Player One, where it's literally people living inside of a video game pretty much all day, every day. Listen, again, say what you will about that. I'll go ahead and say my opinion. I think that's crazy. I like being in the real world.
Yeah, me too.
But I can't deny that we are moving our world towards that. Okay. So here's the thing. Like I told you, don't attach yourself to a money to a coin, attach it up to a mindset.
Yes.
If the world is moving towards that Ready Player One type of mentality, and coins like Cardano are giving us the road to that, not only in terms of efficiency, but also then in the mindset of the global warming, it's keeping energy low.
Yep.
My mindset says, listen, whether I like it or not, the world is
what the
moving this
demand
direction.
is. And that's something that we need to pay close attention to, is that we live in a capitalistic society, and cryptocurrencies are adopted based on capitalistic values. In the same way that we make the kind of content that you guys want to see because there's demand of it, so therefore we as a capitalistic company will supply that demand, Cardano is doing the exact same thing. It is trying to supply a demand that the market has. By the way, I want to go to live screen really quickly, and I want to show you the differences here. Ethereum, if you just look this up, this is really simple, guys. This is where you start with fundamental analysis. You just start looking things up. You literally just talk to Google all day, and you'll figure things out. According to Digiconomist, the Ethereum's network currently estimated annual electrical consumption is 7.75 terawatt hours. Cardano, on the other hand, Hoskinson says that Cardano's cryptocurrency network consumes only 6 gigawatt hours of power. By the way, a terawatt hour is 1,000 times larger than a gigawatt, which means that Ethereum right now, according to that Google search I just did, is consuming over 1,000 times as much power while only being 5 times as valuable as far as market capitalization is concerned. I hear what you're about to say. Ethereum is trying to move to proof of stake through Ethereum 2.0 and all these other updates. It hasn't happened yet, and it's getting bogged down. Cardano, out the gate, is using a proof of stake algorithm called Ouroboros that we're going to talk about a little bit more here. I need you guys to understand, the thing that causes these cryptocurrencies to compete is not necessarily who adopts them. It's not necessarily what the memes say. It's not necessarily how much you love one project or the other. It's not how cool and how flashy the website is. It's what does the team look like. It's what do the fundamentals look like. It's how does the regulatory space approach this? It's what's the demand for the product or service that these currencies are providing. It's those things that is driving the adoption. Ethereum is worth $200 billion right now because there's a massive there's a massive demand for decentralized applications. It is the future of how we do computing. It's the future of where applications are going to live. There are so many applications for dApps that we're not going to get into in this video. Just know there's a massive demand for it, and Ethereum's trying to fill it. The issue is Cardano is trying to fill it also, and Cardano is trying to fill it in a way that seems to be a little bit more advanced than Ethereum, and that's why that question is on the table. Is Cardano going to overtake Ethereum, and is Cardano a credible rival? To get that out of the way, yes, Cardano is most certainly a credible rival, but let's keep digging into that. Go ahead, Smay.
So I was just going to interrupt real quick.
You're fine.
I was going to say that, I really like Cardano. It's really bullish. Another thing that's really bullish is also, just so you guys will stop commenting about it, yes, Jeb has a stain on his shirt.
Oh my
I do.
gosh.
Yes.
So,
Excitement.
hey,
Just so
the
you
stain
know,
is
I have
looking really
actual
bullish,
coffee in
guys.
my coffee mug. Here's the stain to prove it.
Yeah, so
oops.
Anyways, so you guys just so we can move on and you guys can stop mentioning it. Yes, he has a stain.
I do indeed have a stain on my shirt.
There is a stain on his shirt.
There's a stain on my shirt.
Yep,
I have been
we'll wash
besmirched.
it.
I've been besmirched by the coffee. Just so you know that I have actual coffee. If you don't have coffee, by the way, I don't know what you're doing. This is Coffee and Crypto. Go get yourself some coffee. It's the only way that you will be able to keep up with how fast I talk nowadays. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It's totally free, doesn't cost you a thing. We're trying to get to 100K subs, and the reason that you should care about that is because it is our mission here at the Crypto Jeb YouTube channel to help provide you with the tools and the mindset and the skill set that you need to become financially free through trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. If that's something that you're behind, and if that's something you want to do, which I know it is, you want to profit in cryptocurrencies, hit that subscribe button. We're working our tails off to provide you with as much value and content as we possibly can. Consider liking the video also. We've got like 800 viewers in here and only 276 likes. Let's see if we can fix that.
Let's change that.
We are discussing Cardano right now, guys. We did 2-minute technicals on the top 4 cryptocurrencies, the top 4 cryptocurrencies other than Cardano a little while ago. We're about to do some Cardano technical analysis, but we are currently talking about the fundamentals of Cardano and where we think Cardano is going. Another point that I wanted to bring up were NFTs. Smay, you had some opinions on NFTs, and guys, there has been an update to Cardano recently called the Mary hard fork, and that allows for tokens to be built on Cardano in the same way that you can build tokens on Ethereum. ERC20 tokens, for example, are a good example of that. EOS, if you didn't know, when it launched, was an ERC20 token, and it moved to its own blockchain. By the way, just so you know, Coin has its own blockchain. token lives on another blockchain. That's the difference. If you've heard those two terms thrown around, a token lives on another blockchain. A coin has its own proprietary blockchain. Bitcoin has its own blockchain. Something like a low-cap altcoin that lives on Ethereum is a token. That's the difference. Cardano just launched the capability to have tokens on its blockchain, which means that NFTs can be developed on its blockchain. Smay, I want to hear your take on this because I know you were ranting earlier about NFTs.
No. All right, guys, just let me preface. Like, what I'm about to say is potentially in this space an unpopular opinion. So I just want to preface that, guys, if this is something you like, I am not. Oh,
real quick, I just want to say if you were Team Smay voting for his Cardano prediction,
oh yeah,
this should give credit to this unpopular opinion.
Oh yeah,
you should.
I am about to, I do know what I'm talking about. But what I will say,
because Cardano actually did what he said it was going to do.
Yeah, but what I am gonna say is, guys, I love collecting things. Right, I'm a huge collector. I collect DVDs and I collect Star Wars action figures. You know, make fun of me, make whatever. I'm a nerd. I get it. Okay.
No, it's awesome.
Anyway, so with that though, I understand the idea and the thought process behind trading and collecting things and whatever. The reasons why I collect, right? I collect because I want to be, specifically Star Wars action figures, right? And I actually collect other if you guys didn't know, I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies.
Yeah, he loves
That's
movies.
Part of the reasons why I collect DVDs. And that I also like to collect other action figures that are representative of the movies I love, right? So, with that, I like to be surrounded physically by what I love, which is why I collect these kind of different, sometimes I collect props or whatever. And that, what I'm getting at.
His house looks like the set from Mythbusters, by the way, in case you want.
What I'm getting at, guys, just so because that was kind of a tangent. What I'm getting at is the reason why I'm not quite a huge fan of NFTs in certain applications they've been in, right? Because I like some of the stuff like what NBA's doing. I think that's pretty neat. I think it's a good replacement for physical trading cards or whatever. But like when people are sharing like basically just GIFs as an NFT and people are paying upwards of thousands of dollars for it, I get it, but at the same time, it's just I'm not a fan of it. And that's kind of unpopular. But
so I think, just to clarify, I think you're, and tell me if I'm misrepresenting.
Yeah.
I think you're saying it's not that the idea of NFTs are stupid; it's that they're overvalued. Is that kind of what you're saying? Because if you're saying they're overvalued, I completely agree. Yeah. Some of these NFTs, and by the way, this is not just in the NFTs. This is showing up everywhere. If you look at something called the PE ratio, that's the profit and earning ratio. That's the ratio of the amount of money a company made to its market capitalization, its stock price. If you look at that, then you're going to see that stocks across the board are massively inflated. You're going to see that trading cards across the board are massively inflated. Right now, we are in an economic climate where so many things are inflated because everybody thinks we're in a massive bull market when actually, based on unemployment data, we're in the middle of a giant recession. So NFTs are definitely overvalued right now, in case you were wondering. I would be very careful about investing in NFTs as a general rule. That doesn't mean that any specific NFT is overvalued, and that doesn't mean you can't find good deals. What Smay, I think, is saying is not that the idea of NFTs are stupid. However, he does like having physical copies of his collectibles in the same way some people just prefer cold, hard cash that they can touch to Bitcoin. It is inflated. The economy of NFTs is inflated. However, what we're touching on here is that Cardano has just launched the ecosystem that allows for NFTs to exist. And that is a really good point because, like Tim was talking about earlier, whether you believe in global warming or you don't, the fact of the matter is the marketplace cares about global warming. So as a business owner, you want to care about global warming because your customers care about global warming. If all of your customers care about social justice, you should probably care about social justice. If all of your customers care about, I don't know, going to Mars, then you should probably care about going to Mars. In the same way, if you care about your customers, Cardano's customers being the user base, you should probably care about NFTs. NFTs just became usable and possible on the Cardano network. Any other thoughts on that? Because I have several more points that we can touch on.
No, we're good.
Yep, we're
Before we move forward, though, guys, 900 viewers, 343 likes.
This is a problem.
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
You know
totally
who
free.
you are.
You know who you are.
We're looking right at you.
We see you.
Hit the like button.
Do it.
Maybe like hold
Do
on.
it.
Let me have a moment with them, guys. Hit that like button for me.
Oh my God.
Okay, you can switch
do it
back.
for Smay. Come on, guys. Do it for Smay.
speaking of SME and all the technical analysis,
Yeah.
if you want $75 off the CT2A course, in the comments, in the description below, we have a code for you, SME the Tree.
SME the Tree, $75 off. Check out. SME the Tree. By the way, where's the tree costume? SME.
Yeah, guys, we're getting it actually. Like
we're actually gonna get it.
The joke was it was in mail for a while, but we're actually getting it. We were just looking for the right tree costume, so we weren't lying. But yes, we got it. We come.
Yep, good deal, guys. All right, we are gonna go ahead and move on and do some actual technical analysis on Cardano, and then we're going to discuss Cardano some more. This is not gonna be 2-minute technicals because I want to do this justice since this is the main point of today's live stream, but it probably will only last a couple of minutes. That's what she said. Anyway, let's move on here. Cardano. Tim just died over there. Cardano just moved. Come on, let me refocus. Come on, good deal. Yeah. Tim's dying off screen and is messing with me. Anyway, guys, Cardano is in a downtrend right here, and that is substantial because if we look at the 4-hourly chart, we can see that Cardano. You guys gotta stop laughing. You're messing with me.
Sorry, people are saying funny things. What can I say?
Honestly, I'm looking at the comment section.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So Cardano is constituted by a downtrend, which we can see tops right here, here, and here. We can also see that there was a downtrend right here and here on Cardano. This was a descending trading channel on Cardano. These break bullish about 70% of the time based on the statistical analysis that we can do on markets. We talk about that over here in CT2A, link in the description box down below. Cardano traded sideways, breaking bullish out of that, and you can see down on the hourly chart that Cardano is actually now in a new trading channel. In fact, not a trading channel. We're in a symmetrical triangle pattern with an uptrending level of support and a downtrending level of resistance. This means that Cardano is likely to have a breakout in the same manner that many of our other charts are in right now. You can even see out here on the daily chart that volume is exceptionally low, which indicates, hey, we're in a symmetrical triangle pattern. We expect low volume. We expect low volatility. What is Cardano going to do with it is the question. Well, we can see that the last 5 days have been very bearish on ADA for its MACD, and we can also see that RSI is trending sideways, sitting around 58. This is not necessarily a very good sign for Cardano if it's trying to break bullish. By the way, we have a strong support zone around 97.5 cents to $1, and we see that the 20 daily EMA is sitting right here below ADA, holding it up in the same way that this daily this hourly chart uptrending level of support is holding Cardano. We have strong support in between $1.08 and $1.12. However, if we break that, we're probably going down to $1. Guys, with Cardano being in this symmetrical triangle pattern, we have one of two options, as per usual. Either we break bullish or we break bearish. Well, duh. The reason that I say that, even though it's a pretty much a well, duh kind of thing, is because when you're in a symmetrical triangle pattern like this, it actually doesn't matter what your technical analysis says as to which direction it breaks. We're going to talk about it because it's interesting, but the fact of the matter is, you wait for the breakout and then you trade. If you're trading a consolidation pattern like this and you're not waiting for the breakout, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to wait for the breakout. When you wait for the breakout, you can look for confirmation. What does confirmation look like? Notice this gigantic green candlestick right here, or maybe this gigantic red candlestick. When a major breakout occurs, generally speaking, you're going to have a big volume candlestick down here on the hourly chart and the 4-hourly chart. And when you see that, that is indicative that you're moving into a breakout. If you see that, then you can enter a long position with a very conservative stop loss. You want to be conservative with your stop losses here because Cardano could very easily reverse in the same manner we saw right up here. You wouldn't want to get stuck in this trade and sell down here. You'd want to get out right here. Statistically speaking, however, if you follow this and you do 100 trades like this, you are almost certain to make money over the course of many trades. Again, guys, remember, technical analysis is not about getting every trade right. Technical analysis is not about being perfect. Technical analysis is about weighting the odds in your favor so that over the course of dozens and hundreds of trades, you make more profit than you lose. Again, let me say that twice because it's so important. Technical analysis is not about being right every time. The master technical analysts out there are going to be wrong on probably 30% of their trades because everything that the market does is not determined by TA. The vast majority of it, though, down on the hourly, the 4-hourly, and the daily chart is. So if you weight the statistics in your favor and you make hundreds and thousands of trades over the course of those trades, you're going to make profit. So that's what we're talking about here. That's the Cardano TA. Look for a breakout in the next couple of days, and when it happens, you do have a trade set up. Thoughts, guys?
No, I don't have any thoughts.
No, that was great.
Great. We're vibing.
Anything in chat? Any good questions there? I'm once again asking for your
people are still
support.
harking on the whole the GIF and whether to keep the thing or
there's
NFTs
still we're not gonna get back into it, guys. We're not.
No.
We've already put it out there. It's in there. Just scroll back if you want to hear what we think about it.
And just so you guys know, Smay not getting up on a soapbox takes a lot of restraint from him.
I'm literally, I am in physical pain to not just go on a tangent. So, I'm gonna cut this short, guys.
So just like
don't even tempt me. Don't even tempt me to get into it, guys. I'm telling you.
Don't get him started.
We're gonna move on.
Don't get him started.
We're moving on.
Don't get him started.
We're moving on.
Don't tempt him.
Moving
Guys,
on.
it's taking a lot of restraint for him not to go off on NFTs right now, so drop a like for his restraint. It's very appreciated. Guys, there are several other things I want to talk about here on Cardano. One of them was the difference between Cardano and Dogecoin. Dogecoin has gotten very massive because of memes. We just saw the Dallas Mavericks taking payment in Dogecoin, and Smay, if you want to switch to him, I think had a little bit of news on that.
Actually, they something about like they've made about like 20,000 transactions.
That's
Dogecoin.
ridiculous.
So
that's insane.
There are people actually using this service, and it's crazy.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that Dogecoin actually has adoption. I want to make this clear, guys. Just because a coin has no fundamentals doesn't mean it won't be worth something. Dogecoin's worth, I think, $6 billion right now. It's worth 5 cents. That's ridiculous, guys. I want you to understand that Cardano could very easily be where it is without any fundamentals, but it's not. And that's the difference I want to point out, is that the reason that the top 3 altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'm going to skip Binance Coin for the sake of this point, Cardano, the reason these cryptocurrencies are as valued as they are is because they're not built up on hype. They're not built up on memes. As someone once said, I don't remember who it was, they said a fad doesn't last 12 years, talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not a fad. Why would it be going up 12 years after its inception? There's something actually there. There is actual fundamentals that this project is built on and that is driving value to this project. The same thing is true for Cardano. Unlike Dogecoin, which has basically no fundamentals. Someone made the point and tried to argue with us on our stream the other day and said, oh, but Dogecoin has brand recognition. Yeah, so does, like, I don't know, Charles Manson, but he's not worth $6 billion, guys. Just because something has brand recognition does not mean that it's going to be highly valued. That is useful, don't get me wrong. Dogecoin will probably always be $1 billion market, which is stupid, but it's true. Cardano actually has value in its fundamentals, which is what we're discussing here. I want you guys to think about that. Why is that important? Because there's probably 5 or 10 cryptocurrencies in the thousands of cryptocurrencies out there that actually have underlying intrinsic value. Ask yourself the question. If your altcoin, that's number 86, is doing the exact same thing as a cryptocurrency that is number 7 is doing, why are you invested in number 86 and not in number 7? Is number 86 doing it so much better than number 7 that it's going to come up and take it over? That happens sometimes. Hands up, that happens. Cardano at one point was down there in the 80s. There are exceptions, but generally speaking, those low-cap altcoins are trying to do something that either Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Binance Coin, or Cardano, or some of the other top 10 are already doing. For example, all this bank remittance stuff, you already got XRP and XLM. So we don't need any other cryptocurrencies doing the international bank transfers business. That's already in play. With your small cap altcoins, think about it in the Dogecoin versus Cardano analysis. The reason Cardano is worth 6 times as much as Dogecoin and why Cardano has a future and Dogecoin doesn't is because Dogecoin has no fundamentals. The creator himself said it was a joke. Cardano has fundamentals. As much as technical analysis is important to trading and making profitable trades, fundamentals are what's important to making profitable and sustainable investments. And that's what we're discussing here. Is Cardano a viable investment, and does it counteract and does it really compete with Ethereum? What you got there?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember we were talking about at the table earlier. We were talking about this lottery mentality.
Yep.
In cryptocurrency, and I'm gonna start my timer so I don't go too long on this. So we were talking about this concept. I don't know if we have a lot of listeners with this mentality, but I know I've talked personally to people with this mentality of almost like, hey, I'm gonna invest in the coin like the lottery that I think will get me the most money. Like I literally had a friend who he told me, you know, I had this much money to invest. So I went with Ethereum rather than Bitcoin, and that was because if Ethereum goes large, then I'll get, I'm just gonna throw a number, 100,000 out, $100,000, right?
Yep.
But if I put it in Bitcoin, then I would only make like 20,000.
Yeah. Boo-hoo.
Now he wasn't sure of anything. He was just going off of someone told him invest in these coins. These are 2 coins out there. But he just did the math of like almost like, and he literally used the words, "This is like my lottery ticket."
Yep.
And so we're trying to help, you know, when you were talking earlier about like, you know, people are asking about these coins that are like number 252nd ranked coins.
Yep.
Some of these coins might actually end up being something.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Some of them might.
I love it. However, what we're trying to help you, we go back to that idea of like, hey, if I want to make money, I'm not going to attach myself to a coin. I'm going to attach myself to an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to be very, very proven. I'm going to look at the fundamentals. I'm going to look at the technical analysis. Things like Dogecoin, when you look, there's just nothing there.
Yep.
There's nothing there. So that's even worse than the lottery because that's like riding a lottery ticket that was from 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing. So, when we talk about Ethereum, Cardano, we talk about all these things, we want people putting educated guesses in.
Yes.
If you want to play the lottery, play the lottery.
Yep.
If you want to just invest, I mean, truthfully, there are lots of coins right now sitting at like maybe a cent, 2 cents. Some of those will probably make it up over a couple dollars.
Some of them will.
If you want to start playing the lottery, start looking at those coins.
Yeah.
But if you want to make money, and if you want to make money wisely, and it's sure money, start looking at the technical, start looking at the fundamentals. And so when we're looking at this Ethereum versus Cardano, man, I'm investing in Ethereum. I'm still hoping. People have commented in here. They're like, hey, listen, Ethereum's 2.0 will solve the energy crisis. And I'm like, great. I would love that. I'm not planning on getting out of Ethereum yet. What I'm doing is I'm preparing my mindset for the future.
Exactly.
And I'm not playing the lottery with Ethereum on the what ifs. I'm playing my money on the, hey, this is what it is doing, not possibly doing.
Yeah, and guys, that's a really good point. I want to reiterate that really briefly into just something that you might be able to take with you and go explain to someone. Everything in cryptocurrency is guesswork. Everything in investing is guesswork. Let me say that again. Everything in investing is guesswork. Warren Buffett, his job as far as investment is guesswork. It's all guessing. There's no certainties. We gotta get rid of this idea that there's certainties. We have to. This is absolutely incredibly toxic that there are certainties. There are no certainties that Tesla's going to go up. There are no certainties that Apple's going to go down, and there are no certainties that Cardano's going to go sideways. It doesn't exist. We live in a probabilistic market. We have to think probabilistically, which is not the way that our brain wants to think. We want to think in, either this is going to happen or this is going to happen. That's not the way it works. We got to think as far as Schrodinger's prediction. Which way does cryptocurrency go? Let's look at it statistically. With that in mind, Cardano is very likely to do well based on what we can do analysis on. Everything in cryptocurrency is guesswork, but here's the point. It's educated guesswork. We're making educated guesses. And because we're making educated guesses, we're going to be right more often than we're wrong, and that's where the profit comes in. So remember, guys, it's guesswork, yes, but it's educated guesswork. It's not gambling, because gambling has no education. It's educated guesswork. So there we go. Smay, what you got?
Nothing. I was just reacting to a comment.
You're saying that's a weird comment.
Good deal. Guys, there are a couple other points I want to bring up. One of them that I wanted to bring up was I want to talk a little bit about the Ouroboros proof of stake algorithm. And Smay, you might know a little bit about this. I'm just going to read from my notes here. There's something called the nothing at stake problem. Are you familiar with that, or is that just Dasa?
That was definitely Dasa.
Okay, so Dasa, unfortunately, is not in the room, but I'm going to go over this briefly. There's something called the nothing at stake problem, which is where it costs nothing to make a block on ADA. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not a blockchain developer. There is a big issue there with proof of stake. I'm not exactly sure what Ethereum's solution to this is, but there is a solution on the books for Cardano. And like I said, I'm not going to go too in-depth with this because we're not a blockchain development channel. There are other channels that can talk about this. But I want you to realize, guys, that that's an issue that Ethereum is also facing. Both of these projects are facing this. Cardano is attempting to fix it through certain things that it's doing. One of the things that it's doing is that Cardano is programmed in a scripting language called Simon. Simon is very different from the scripting language that Ethereum is coded in, called Solidity, and very different from the coding language that Bitcoin is coded in, called C++. Give us a 1 if you know how to code. I'm sure you can vouch for this. Simon's a lot easier than freaking C++. C++ is a stupidly complicated scripting software, one that I've never personally used, but I know a lot of people that have. Cardano is designed for the layman. Cardano is kind of taking the Apple approach to things, where Cardano is attempting to make its blockchain development simple enough that somebody could come in and code something like an NFT, or code something like a token, or code something like a Cardano improvement proposal, a CIP. Cardano is scripted in something called Simon that is supposed to be very simple. That is revolutionary, because right now there's a massive barrier to entry to coding in Solidity. You have to go through a long course, figure out how to code in Solidity. It's not a simple coding language. Simon is a much simpler coding language than Ethereum's language, which is Solidity. That's really important. That is one of those little fundamental changes that Cardano is making that is competing with Ethereum. Guys, Cardano is not just going to come in and say, we have faster block times, boom, we win. It's got to compete on multiple different levels. And while I'm not going into detail on these, I want you to know that Cardano is competing on things like its proof of stake algorithm, Ouroboros, and it's competing on things like its scripting language, Simon, and it's also competing on things like decentralized applications and energy efficiency. We talked about earlier about how Cardano is using 1,000th, 1/1000th the energy that Bitcoin is using. Massive differences there, guys. Any other big questions in chat, guys?
Yeah, I will I was gonna type out a reply, but I'll just address Adrian on stream. Basically, well, we're not saying that Ethereum is not a good project when we talk about
Absolutely
Cardano.
not. It's a great project.
Guys, we are very and let me even just clarify even further. We're not even just talking about Ethereum 2.0 super far in the future, so it's better to invest in Cardano. We're saying Ethereum is right now great. Like like there's a lot of issues with Ethereum, yes.
Yeah.
We're also not using this energy consumption argument as like the means to say, okay, it uses a lot of energy, don't buy.
Absolutely,
no, it's like, guys, that's just if that's a conviction of yours. That doesn't really matter that much. What we're talking about here is saying, hey, we're talking about Cardano is a great project. That doesn't mean that we're taking away from Ethereum being a bad project. Ethereum is a good project as well and has good people working on it. It just has some kinks now. Same way as right now, Cardano doesn't have any apps built on it yet. But soon enough, there will be because they're building that infrastructure. So we're bullish on both of them, guys. We're not picking sides.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll even respond because I think what he was commenting on was something that I said. And what I want to clarify, just like what Smay just said, I'm not saying Ethereum isn't good at all. And I'm not saying Ethereum's not, like I said, I still hold an Ethereum.
Same.
So that's not what I'm saying at all. And I wasn't contradicting myself. What I was saying is if you go back and listen to what we were talking about earlier with the energy issue, where is our world going? Like I said, whether you agree or you don't agree doesn't stop the world from going where it's going.
Yep.
And the world is going towards what is the way we can use the least amount of energy, what's the way we can least use poor energy, and meaning like we want to find the most energy efficient things to operate. I am hoping ETH 2.0 solves that answer.
Yep.
But we don't know that that's actually the case. What we know right now is that Cardano is more efficient than Ethereum.
Yep.
So based off of right now, Cardano looks to be fundamentally the better long-term project.
Yeah.
ETH 2.0 could change, as far as energy consumption, and with our thought of that's where the world is going.
Yeah.
That has to be taken into account.
It does.
Let's be fair, though. Let's be fair. That doesn't necessarily mean that. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is because right now, Cardano is a smaller project in comparison to Ethereum.
I brought that up. Yep.
And one of those things is that there are not as many people, staking in it and stuff as Ethereum, which means it's not going to use as much energy because there's not as many people using its system.
But the thing on that is
the
Cardano is worth a fifth of what Ethereum is worth. Cardano is worth, I think, $35 billion. Ethereum sitting around $190 billion, maybe about $200 billion. The market cap is a fifth of Ethereum's. The user base might be as much as a tenth of the user base, but the energy consumption is 1,000th. So realize Cardano might not be 1,000 times more energy efficient than Ethereum, but it's probably at least 100 times more energy efficient. And the reason that is because Ethereum currently is still a proof of work blockchain in the same way that Bitcoin is. Cardano has already moved because it started as a proof of stake blockchain. We can get into that in another stream. Go ahead.
Well, even that, and again, I'm completely happy to be wrong. And the truth is, like I said, I don't have any ownership in Cardano at the moment. I'm planning on it, but I don't have any. I have stuff in Ethereum.
Non-crypto Tim here, guys.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, though. I'm willing to be very much told I'm wrong.
Yep.
And if you guys in comments want to think I'm wrong, that's fine. I know you guys are mostly here for Jeb's opinion. I'm just chiming in here. With the way that Cardano is built, we were talking about this earlier. Cardano is not like Bitcoin in the sense of that it is simply a currency. Correct, right?
Yes.
Right. Cardano is actually not just being sold as a currency. The whole project is actually a product.
Yes.
So this is the other thing is, as far as a product is concerned, would you not say that it makes more sense to be putting more money and to grow a product that uses less energy?
Yep.
Okay, so that's my whole argument. Again, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying to take place next year, 2 years, 10 years.
We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure if it uses less energy because we don't see a one-to-one comparison.
Oh, we don't?
Well, sure,
no.
yeah, because it's a smaller network right now. So of course,
So that's what I'm saying. So right now it's saying they're doing things to build it right the first time.
There you go.
Yeah, they're doing things right to build it the first time. So that's why we're happy about Cardano. When we say, like I just say, we're not saying Ethereum's a bad project we're saying, hey, we're liking Cardano because Cardano has a lot of efficiency.
Yep. And guys, that leads me into one of the final points I want to make on this stream, and that is a comparison. If we compare Bitcoin to a new US dollar, in that Bitcoin is becoming a new currency, Cardano is not following the same trend that Bitcoin is. Cardano is not designed to be a currency. That's not the point. Charles Hoskinson has come out and said that, the founder of Cardano. The point of Cardano is not to be a currency. It is a cryptocurrency. You can trade in it. You can invest in it. The point of Cardano is to be infrastructure. This is a concept we've talked about on the channel many times, the difference between infrastructure and simply products. Cardano is a product in that it fixes a pain point or comes to a solution of something that the market is demanding, but it's really infrastructure. So if we think about Bitcoin as being a new US dollar, think about Cardano as being a new Windows. Think about that for a second. Bitcoin is a new US dollar. It is going to take over global currency, hopefully, if that's where we go. Cardano and Ethereum are attempting to be like the Mac 11 or the Windows 10 of decentralized application development. Streamlabs OBS is what we're streaming in right now. It's called an application. It lives on your desktop. You can go into Task Manager and close it and change everything. It's an app. Something you download and you install. In the same way, there are certain things called decentralized applications, dApps. Instead of apps, it's a dApp because decentralized application that live on the Ethereum blockchain and live on the Cardano blockchain. These infrastructures are very valuable for the same reason that Windows and Apple Mac OS are extremely valuable, and iOS on your iPhone are extremely valuable because other things are built on top of them. And that's the point we're making here, is that in the same way that you can debate, is Android or Apple better, or is Windows or Apple better, or is Windows or Linux or Apple better? You can debate that all day long, but the fact of the matter is they both have market share. The fact of the matter is both of them have users. In the same way, Cardano is probably not just going to straight up destroy Ethereum, and Ethereum is probably not going to disappear. In the same way, just because Windows does very well and because it makes Microsoft billions of dollars does not mean that Apple is not going to have any adopters. For example, Smay, you would rather work on an Apple because you've always worked on Apple.
Yeah.
In the same way, we're probably always going to see a dichotomy between something like an Ethereum and something like a Cardano as infrastructure to build those applications upon. Think about it like that. And my final point in that is this. Every single company that has gone to $1 trillion market capitalization in the history of the world, there's just a handful of them. We're talking Amazon, Google, Walmart. I don't think Walmart's up there, but it's a very valuable company. Tesla, some oil companies, some investment banks. All these major companies, what are they? They are infrastructure. If you think about them, if you pull one of those companies out of the economy, part of the economy collapses. If you pull Amazon out of the economy, all of a sudden, we can't get camera gear overnight. All of a sudden, the GorillaPod that Smay's camera is sitting on, we'd have to go and find in a store somewhere. It's infrastructure for the modern economy. Yeah. It is something the modern economy runs on, just like the interstate highway system is part of what drives America. Yeah. Cardano and Ethereum are infrastructure for the development of the cryptocurrency space. And just because one of them is doing a little bit better in a certain area than another one does not mean that that one is going to destroy the other one and the other one's going to disappear. They're both more than likely going to do very well for themselves. The question on the table here is, how does Cardano compete with Ethereum? How does Cardano do better than Ethereum? Right now, a few examples are its coding language is far superior and easier to code in. We have some programmers in chat saying that and verifying that Simon is a superior coding language to Solidity. I'll let you programmers debate that amongst yourself, but that is something that we have heard. It also uses a lot less energy. It also has a lot of updates in things such as how its blockchains operate. It actually has a dual blockchain system that we're not going to get into in this video. Its fundamentals look very strong. We want to look at the differences between Cardano and Ethereum, not just say one's going to destroy the other. So when people ask, Jeb, why do you make that clickbait title? I made that clickbait title, by the way, so that we could get the people that think that way and we could help them rewire their mind in a positive light. Cardano is not going to destroy Ethereum. Ethereum's not going to just get absolutely obliterated by Cardano, but it definitely does have some competition.
And just to add, like, I would say one thing that I saw people talking about a little bit, and I'll make this very brief, is so one of the things I want to stress is that just because a project is a good project doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a valuable project.
Yes,
and
amen.
what I'm saying is, when you are evaluating a project, you're not just evaluating whether it is a strong and well-built and well-led team. You also have to evaluate, do people agree with you?
Yes.
Because if no one agrees with you, then nothing's driving that price, because that's the whole thing. So like a lot of people are saying, so Cardano's a nothing right now. Cardano's not doing anything right now. It's been the future for 5 years now. Okay, that doesn't matter. What matters is it being built well? That's a good thing to know, just so people don't kind of like lose interest in it. But what it boils down to is, if you're investing in it, your whole thought process should be, okay, is it a good project? And do people agree with me?
Absolutely.
So that's all I'm just going to
No, that's a very, very good point, guys. This is something I want to touch on with some of the smaller cap altcoins that you guys send us. Guys, some of these altcoins might be incredible, but maybe their marketing sucks. And maybe nobody knows what they are, and maybe nobody cares because there's something else that does the job just a little bit worse, but that everybody's already using. Just because you came out with the next best mousetrap and you got just a slightly better mousetrap does not mean everybody's going to use it, because they're used to using what they have. There's a term for this, and I'm in as far as business development, and I'm blanking on the term, but it's the idea that to go mass market with a new invention, it has to be substantially better than what exists. It can't just be marginally better. It can't just be a little bit better than what's already out there, because no one's going to go through the trouble of adopting a new product just because it's 1% better. They want 10% better, 20% better, 100% better, and then they adopt it. For example, the iPod, vastly superior to the Walkman. Vastly superior. You got 1,000 songs in your pocket. The Walkman, you had to have cassette tapes. That is innovation, and that is where the adoption came from. If Apple came out with a Walkman 2, no one would have bought it because they already had a Walkman, right? We're looking for innovation. We're not looking for a brand change and a little bit in some flashy colors, or, oh, we added mint to this kind of toothpaste. We're looking for actual innovation. So when you look at your cryptocurrency projects that you're thinking about investing in, don't just say, hey, look, it does this. This is really cool. There's something that already does this, but it doesn't do it very well. If it's a 10% improvement on it, no one's going to adopt it, especially considering how low the funding is on some of these projects. So pay attention to the fundamentals, guys. It is so important, especially with some of these low-cap altcoins you guys come at us with. Any thoughts on that, Tim?
No, that's good.
Any good questions?
Good.
Anything in chat that we can discuss, guys?
No, I think a lot of people are just posting their opinions. This is great. We're all over the place opinion-wise. I know we're going to be wrapping up the stream here soon. Do we want to make like another competition for tomorrow, a price prediction on either Cardano or another coin?
I'll win again, guys. I'll go ahead and win again. So,
got a little bit of pride coming out there.
I mean, I'm confident. I think I'll win. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do y'all want to predict?
Let's do Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Bitcoin price prediction. Well, I have the advantage of having the technical analysis right in front of me, so let's see.
What's it at right now?
It is sitting at $5,180.
5,000?
$51,180. That would be a pretty big drop. Excuse me. For everybody who just crapped their pants, it's okay. Bitcoin's sitting at 51,000, not 5,100. Everybody was like, oh gosh. Where's Bitcoin going to be? I will make my prediction last.
That's kind of cheating. You don't know the most about it. I feel like you should have to go first.
Oh, come on. I mean,
fine. Don't you guys agree that he should go?
Nah, that's fair.
That's very fair.
That's fair.
What happened? I was reading chat, sorry.
Tim's making me go first. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That's okay. My prediction for Bitcoin, get this, for when we start streaming tomorrow, is $51,000. Flat. I think we're still going to be trading sideways for the next 40.
Because you're using my same.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not. No, guys.
No, it worked for Smay.
I'm not using the middle. I'm not using the vote in the middle strategy that Smay used. I'm using this strategy right here that says we're in a consolidation pattern, and we'll probably go another 24 hours before we break out of it. So we're probably going to be trading sideways. Otherwise, God only knows where it could go once it breaks out, because we can't do that analysis yet.
All right, Tim, do you want to go? Or
No, so here's my thought. I lost clearly today.
Yes.
So I think I should, you get the #1 draft, the worst team in the league.
You're saying you want to go last?
I deserve the last pick, I think.
Okay.
All right, that's fine, whatever.
All right.
I'll say, so my prediction, guys, is that I think 49K.
49K. Okay, he thinks he's going to break bearish.
I think it's going to be 49K. Let me think about this, actually.
Oh.
Hold on.
Not locked in yet.
He's backtracking.
I am writing with Sharpie, but that's okay.
I'm going to say 49.9.
49.9.
49.9.
49.995. Come buy a Ford Explorer. Come buy a truck.
Yeah, I was thinking about, realistically, according to these new rules that we just made up on the spot as we go, Smay should have had to go first.
Yeah,
he
what?
did
Yeah,
win.
Exactly. Thank you.
We'll keep that in consideration for next time. So, I would love to stick with my guns of being the outrageous high predictor and being the people's choice, because I'm seeing a lot of 52, 53. I'm non-crypto Tim, so I probably will be wrong. That being said, I don't know if I can reach that high, and I don't want to be a dirty tactic, Jeb, and just go right over you to win. I honestly don't think it's gonna get much. I don't think it's gonna get to 52. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna say 52. So that way, if it's over 51.5,
Okay.
I win.
All right.
But
Okay.
we're not doing the Price is Right rules.
Cheap.
Yeah, no.
No,
We're keeping our rules.
Cheap. He's cheating. No. Guys, those are our price predictions. Would you like to read them out to us,
I'm going to
Dan?
read them out. So, in chat, comment if you are Team Jeb at $51,000. If you are Team Smay at $49,900, that's $49,900. Or if you are Team Tim, click Team Tim.
No.
$5,200. I will get you the most money.
5,200.
If you
huh?
go 52,000, I don't even know my numbers. If you go Team Tim, then you're believing in yourself.
You're solid.
Yes.
Guys, make sure to vote in chat. Who do you think is going to win? And tell us, what should the winner get tomorrow? By the way, Smay just won, and we have no idea what we're going to get him. We have to discuss that really quickly.
I thought we said that he's going to get to keep his
Oh, yeah,
job.
that's right. He gets to keep his job.
No. That is not a good prize, guys. That is not a good prize. Let's seriously, like, I need a good prize. And also, everyone's doing Team Tim just because it's like the most.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Cheating.
Team Tim, comment.
Cheating.
If you are
Hey,
Team
Team
Tim,
Jeb. Team
the
Jeb's
like.
coming up. Team Jeb. Come on.
You have two people.
Give us that Team Jeb.
Dude, literally no
Come
one's
on.
Team Smay because they don't want to lose money.
Aw, that's
I'm
sad.
just, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm just
Team Jeb.
I'm trying to win here. I'm not trying to please anybody.
I agree with the people. They want more money, hence Team Tim.
Hey, that's fair.
Listen,
Everybody wants
you
more
two
money.
can vote. Smay, you're a commenter in here. You can vote Team Tim.
I'm
for
not-
I
more
vote
money.
Team Jeb.
Oh, that's right. You're a no coiner.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I am a coiner. I have coins. You guys, come on, guys.
Dang.
I was literally a no coiner for
Salt.
literally one day.
Salt.
For one day.
He's salty.
I was a no coiner. You guys need to chill.
All right, guys. So Smay won today. We still have to figure out what he's going to get other than not being fired. So, Smee the Tree is still with us because he won. He was on thin ice there for a second.
Yeah.
Vote in chat whether you're Team Jeb, Team Tim, or Team Smay. Team Jeb. Vote Team Jeb.
No.
Vote Team Jeb. Team
Listen,
Jeb.
man,
Team
I
Jeb's
think
gonna
the
win.
people,
Yeah.
the people are speaking. They love.
Well, the
Team
people
Tim.
are wrong. The people don't know what they want. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's live stream, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100K subs, and the reason you ought to care about that is because it is our mission here at the Crypto Jeb YouTube channel to provide you with the tools and the skills and the mindset required to become profitable doing technical analysis and in trading and investing in cryptocurrency markets. We started off this stream by doing blank-to-bank technical analysis, 2-minute technical analysis on the top 4 cryptocurrencies besides Tether and ADA, because we've been talking about ADA all day. We talked about Bitcoin, then we did Ethereum, then we did Binance Coin, then we did Polkadot. If you'd like to see some 2-minute technicals on those, make sure to scrub back in the stream. For the last hour or so, we've been discussing ADA and the fundamentals of it and why we believe that it is a strong competitor to Ethereum. The conclusion of this video is this. Cardano is a strong project. It is not to be trifled with, and it deserves its spot in the top 5. It deserves to be worth this much, and it is a competitor to Ethereum, and it is something that you should consider investing in. We are not financial advisors here. This is not financial advice, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am planning on buying Cardano. I do like this project, and I do see a future in it. I do see some issues that Ethereum is dealing with that Cardano solves. It is now a question of how the market reacts. So we're going to watch this over the next several years as Cardano continues to grow. I want to hear your opinions in the chat. And by the way, if you haven't already hit that like button, consider hitting that like button. If you want to learn more about technical analysis, we have something called the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, which you can find the link to in the description box down below. All of the technical analysis, all of the mindset, all of the skill sets that we talked about in today's live stream, you can learn more about in CT2A. Again, that link is in the description box down below. We have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee. Doesn't cost you anything if you decide to refund the course, and you can also pay in Bitcoin. We have 36 videos and over 12 hours of high-quality content over there that over 3,000 students have gone through. Use coupon code SMETHETREE to get signed up at checkout for $75 off. Any final things before we go, guys?
I love Jason Oak's idea. I don't know if you say it's Oaks, Ochs, OCHS. I don't know, but he said that we should give Smay 1 Doge for winning.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's give him a Doge. All right, we will send him a Doge, guys. We will do him a Doge.
He's no longer a no coiner.
We did do Polkadot technical analysis earlier in the stream, by the way. We will go ahead and what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to put timestamps on this live stream after it goes up so that you guys can find where things are. So come back to the stream in about an hour. Those timestamps will be put up. Anyway, guys, if there's nothing else, that is going to go ahead and wrap it out for this stream. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button. But for now, though, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's live stream. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.